welcome to the show. It's Greg Vincent here, and today I'm with Kathy Crawford. Kathy handles finance. She's a finance broker, and I just wanted to catch up with Kathy around some of the things that people need to look at when it comes to financing. So welcome to the show, Kathy.
Okay, thanks Greg. So Australian Mortgage Assist basically specialises in home loans, but we also do business lending, commercial facilities, leasing and motor vehicle equipment finance. So it's a great business in the Hawkesbury. It's been here for 13 years.
Okay.
And yeah, it's good.
So I'm in the real estate space, and primarily I look at what people can do when it comes to helping them to save to get a loan, or some of the things that they need to be able to put together to be able to then get a loan application taking place. And probably the other thing is they'll tend to go to a lot of the banks. What's the benefit between going to the bank and going to a broker or versus broker?
Okay. Before people start looking for the property and even looking at real estate agents, they need to have a pre-approval from the bank. If they have a pre-approval from the bank, they know how much they can spend, they know what type of property they can look for, and there's no surprises at the end. The worst thing to do is to look for property without having that pre-approval, so it's really important to have that. The bank these days are looking for a minimum of 5% deposit. That deposit needs to have been saved over 3 months, and we need to show the bank with bank statements that that deposit has been saved over that period of time.
So they've got 3 months to save 5%?
3 months to save 5%.
Okay. I mean, obviously, if they've been able to do it over a longer period of time, that's okay. That's okay. It's just they need to show a proven savings record of a period of 3 months minimum.
Minimum, yes.
Okay.
And then primarily they'll ask for 2 pay slips and a GRIP certificate. They'll also ask for statements on any other loans you may have, so credit card, personal loan, any other home loans that you may have. Self-employed people, they'll ask you for the last 2 years' financials, and our company will normally liaise direct with your accountant on that to save you a bit of the running around.
Okay, well, that's good.
So banks versus brokers, if you go and see your local bank, they're not going to tell you what the other guys are offering. At Australian Mortgage Assist, we've got access to over 32 different lenders. We're up to date on all their policies and interest rates every day. We can compare all of the lenders against each other. We can have them compete against each other and come up with the best package that suits you. If you go into one bank, you only know about one product. We know about them all.
And that's one of the things. I think there's lots of loans that they do when they're marketing out. There's the hook that says, oh yeah, you get this, but in the longer term, the repayments and the amount that they actually have to pay on those loans, there's lots and lots of little things underneath that really don't get shown and don't get explained. So by actually having that opportunity to compare loans and having the knowledge that you've got within the industry, because how long have you been in the finance side of things for?
Okay, so I've been in finance for 25 years. I was with one of Australia's leading banks top 4 banks for 15 years. The other brokers in the company have all got banking backgrounds. So we actually get a bit of joy out of showing people how to get around some rates and fees that the banks just don't tell you about. Quite often we'll get contracts where there's a fee that they'll say is applicable, or 2 years down the track this fee kicks in, and we'll show you how to get around that.
Well, I just wish you could actually get around that fee that you pay out of the ATM, the $2 or $2.50 out of the pub.
Well, if you go about it the right way, you can actually get that waived as well, but you need to go through a broker to do that.
Oh wow, you're a magician. I don't know how you do that.
That's it.
No, but I mean, and so it's really important that people are able to go in and get these things in place, because if they go out and have a look at a house and think, oh wow, this is exactly what I'm looking for, then they find out they don't get the finance and they get really disappointed, and they end up in a position where the next house that they're actually going to look for, it feels like the one that it's a second rate thing, or it's a second choice. So having their finance set up front doesn't give them any real sort of scary surprises that sort of come up afterwards as well.
There's no cost in having your finance approved up front. The benefit as well is when you sit down with us, we're not just about getting your home loan approved. So we'll sit down and talk to you about where are you now, where do you want to be in 2 years, where do you want to be in 5 years. The decision that you're thinking of making today, is that actually going to accommodate you in 2 years? So quite often people will think, I love that property, And then when they sit down and think about it and look at the whole big picture, they realise maybe that property's not for us yet, or maybe we want to do something different, or they didn't know they could achieve something different before they sat down with us.
Okay.
So that's the most important thing is you get the bigger picture of where you're at and where you want to be, instead of just saying to the bank, we want to buy this house. That's
Makes
what
sense.
the bank will look at.
Yeah, and that's where I think it also helps when you're going through and looking on the internet or looking through the paper, say, yeah, I can afford that or I can't.
Yes.
And you're not necessarily going out there with the rose-coloured glasses. So
That's it.
you know,
That's
no, that's really good. And the fact that it's not a cost, it's only the way it works out is that you basically get paid by the banks, don't you?
Yes.
So it's almost like you're a salesperson for the bank.
Yes.
And they don't have to pay you to employ you. But then when the sale, when you actually write the loan, that's how you actually earn
Yes.
your money. So, you know,
The bank, it's actually cheaper for the bank to write a loan from a broker. So when the brokers in the company left the bank, the day after, the bank rang us and said, can we accredit you as a broker? Because they knew that we were doing mortgage broking. So they're not paying our superannuation, our travel, our sick leave, our holiday leave. That's what they're paying their staff. So it's cheaper for us to go back to them with the loan rather than generate it from their own branch.
yeah, and
So
all
that-
the marketing and advertising
Yes.
got to do to try to generate that as well.
Yeah.
So no, that
we
makes
do
sense.
all their work and we hand it to them on a silver platter.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's cheaper for them.
Yeah. And then, I mean, also just on a personal note, you've been in the Hawkesbury for a long time, pretty well known. And
Yes.
what do you love about the Hawkesbury?
I love the community spirit with the Hawkesbury. As soon as there's someone in trouble or someone needs a hand, it seems that everybody's jumping in and helping. The network of friends that I've developed, I went to Richmond Primary School, Hobartville Primary School, Richmond High School. So I've been in the area a long time, my parents are in the area a long time. Our client base has a lot of Hawkesbury residents that came to us years ago to buy their first house, and now their children that are still in the Hawkesbury are coming to us to buy their first house. So the community spirit and the loyalty of the residents is basically what I love about the Hawkesbury.
Yeah, and I think I love that it's more, we call a spade.
Pretty much.
It's not the pretentiousness of
No.
other areas, and that it's about the people and the country lifestyle. For me anyway. I'm sure. And I mean we get down and get on the river and have a water ski and all that sort of stuff. It's a playground.
It is. I like that I can finish work at 5 or 6 some nights, and I'm on the river by 6:15.
Yeah.
And you run into a whole lot of people on the river, and it's a great lifestyle.
Yeah, it's fantastic, that camping and just the whole, just this whole atmosphere. That's why we put together this, and just letting people get a little bit of an insight into the people behind some of these businesses. So,
Yes.
Kathy, it's been great to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And how can people get in touch with you? And is there anything they can sort of do that? It's really just a case of they contact you and just organise a free consultation.
Free consultation. They can go onto the website, which is www.ama.net.au. And on that website there will be our contact phone numbers, or you can ring my personal mobile, which is 0404 804 585.
Oh, terrific. All right. Now, thanks again for
All right,
joining
thank
in
you.
today's show, and yeah, we'll catch up with you soon.
All right, thanks for having me.
No, my pleasure. See you.
Bye.